The biggest flex in life is a loving relationship with yourself. Now, what does that look like? For me, it looks like being there for myself emotionally and meeting my own wants and needs. I'm going to show you a really easy way to do this for yourself, but take what you like and leave the rest. If you've seen my videos before, you've seen this. It's the BEND method. Behavior, emotions, needs, and desires. Showing up for ourselves emotionally, the first thing we have to do is notice when we're feeling overwhelmed with emotion. And usually that comes out in behavior. I'm gonna give you an example of this morning, how I noticed this in myself, how I showed up for myself, figured out what I needed and what I desired to solve this emotional issue. Most of us have never been taught how to do this. It took for me 10 years to figure out this method and to feel in control of myself emotionally so that I can get what I need, get what I want, and like live a free life from all this stress and make myself not my biggest enemy. Let's see, you don't need this today. So I have a 4-month-old and I was trying to put her down for a nap before she left for daycare this morning with my husband, with her dad. And I noticed myself, I was rocking her to sleep. I was wearing her. And if you're a mom, you know that all you can do for a kid when it comes to them sleeping is create the right environment for them to sleep. You cannot control whether or not they go to sleep. Yet I know that mentally, yet in the moment I find myself getting so frustrated because she won't go to sleep. I notice myself, what is the behavior? I notice myself, like, I kind of like huff and puff when I'm stressed out. I'm just like, I noticed that I was huffing and puffing. I was stressed out. I just like felt myself wanting to control her falling asleep. And what I did was named the emotions. I'm like, I'm frustrated and I'm disappointed. I'm like, I thought she'd be asleep by now. Frustration is just anger over and over, kind of in little like puffs. And so I noticed that as soon as I named those emotions, my body it was like, oh, like, thank you, Kate, for noticing I'm here, for noticing what's going on. That sounds a little cheesy, but that's the way our body is. Like, we have to have a relationship with our body. And so naming the emotions helped me immediately physically like calm down because I was already experiencing them. They were coming outside like in this behavior. And so I just needed to pay attention, notice, and then name it. There's an expression, name it to tame it. It's literally connecting both sides of your brain. Your right side's the emotional side, the left side is the logical, literal side. So if you literally name it, you will immediately calm down. That's how you feel your emotions. You just recognize when you're a little different and then just name what you think is going on. A feelings wheel can be really helpful with this. Anyway, so I love this stuff. So I named the emotion and then, so I'm like, what do I need? Like, the difference between needs and desires is that needs are desires, but they're what you can control. Desires are wants, but what you can't control. So in this situation, my desire, I really wanted her to go to sleep because I'm like, she needs a nap, she's tired. But I can't control that. Again, like, you know this if you're a mom, like, you can't control if they go to sleep. You can only create an environment that's conducive for them to do that. So as soon as I'm calm, what happens is like I get physically calm, but I also like get creative. Like, it's like my brain was turned on because I'm able to like think this through and actually process the situation to solve my problem. Because emotions are physical reactions to our environment, but they're a reaction to like a conflict that needs processing. And so again, I wanted her to go to sleep. Why was I frustrated? It was because I like needed to do all this other stuff, but she was on me. So I felt like I couldn't like clean the sink like I needed to. I felt like I couldn't like fold laundry or put up clothes like I needed to. So in my head, I'm like, hey, what do I need? And again, that's something I want to do. That's something on my mind that I can control. So as soon as I name my emotion and I'm like, I really want her to sleep, but you know, I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing all I can do. Like, you know, maybe there's a way that I can meet my own needs in this situation and get what I want, her going to sleep. But let me just like refocus on what I can control. And so I just folded laundry, I cleaned my sink, and guess what? She fell asleep. Problem solved. And then I can move on with my day. Then I'm like, okay, Kate, like, we got this. We can do anything because we know we're noticing when we're stressed out. We know how to identify the emotions. And then meet our own needs and desires. And like the desires part too, like this thing you can't control, it's almost a spiritual thing. Like, it's almost like when you meet your needs and focus on what you can control and also are aware of your desires and what you want, the universe, like, there's like an energy to that where it rewards you. And obviously sometimes maybe she wouldn't have fallen asleep, but I would have still been okay because I honored this deeper inner part of myself that was right here in the moment. And again, if you do this over and over, you will see that your creativity and your nervous system like relaxes because you're building like trust with yourself and love. And so for me, I think there's just no bigger flex than being able to manage yourself emotionally, because like logic just doesn't do it. If I had sat there, where a lot of people get stuck is the emotions part, because they normally react to their emotions with shame. They're normally like, oh, duh, Kate, like, you should have known that you can't force her to go to sleep. It's stupid to be frustrated. Like, if I had just like cut myself off here, and this is what we do, we cut ourselves off at the freaking neck. We don't let ourselves feel or give our bodies permission to like experience what we're actually experiencing. And that's why a lot of us are disconnected from our bodies and have drug problems, alcohol problems, disordered eating, if not more extreme things. But at the same time, it's not your fault. It is not your fault because you didn't know this. How are you supposed to know this stuff? Like, unless someone explicitly taught you. I mean, for me, the reason I have this whole account is because I'm learning all this stuff in therapy school. I'm learning all this stuff on my own. And I'm like, why am I learning this here? Anyway, I hope this helps. Like, let me know. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to give you as many examples as I can because I just think that when you master this, you literally master your life.